I do remember Kyle trying to drown himself. See, JaFro, we could be talking about this on stream right now. You could be on Discord telling this story right now, right? But you keep telling me you're too busy to come on the show. And it's like you're sat in the chat typing the story out, and you could come on for 20 minutes, and we could tell the story of fucking Kyle trying to drown himself in a bathtub after drinking 4 Wicked Blues.
Yeah.
Hang on. You're actually here, you mad cunt.
I'm fucking you mad cunt.
Yeah, no. The thing was, I thought I heard you say something, and then I was like, oh, hang on. Am I just giving the voices in my head again? So,
how are you, boy?
I'm good, but how you doing? Right, tell you what then.
Them.
Sit it. Don't say anything. Don't say anything too crazy. Let me take a piss, and then we'll do Z board.
All right. I'll be here for you, right?
Yeah. Be right back. I'm just having a slash. You'll be able to hear it over there now.
All right, bye.
Hello? Can anybody help me? I'm under Richard's bed. I've been a prisoner for the last fucking 6 months.
All right, fucker.
Hiya,
All right.
bye.
So for those who don't know, right, JaFro, who was just making weird noises, I don't know why the fuck he was doing that. I could hear him while he was having a piss. He used to be a professional Counter-Strike player back in the days when there weren't really any... Well, a Counter-Strike Source player. So we were kind of like the amateurs compared to 1.6. And JaFro used to play on a team that I used to manage called Z-Board, right? And Z-Board was owned by a company called Ceratech. If you don't remember, they used to make these keyboards which were like World of Warcraft, and instead of having like QWERTY, it was all your commands and you know, all your attacks mapped on it, right? And that's what they used to do, and that's how they made a load of money. And they had this Counter-Strike Source team that they sponsored to help sell these keyboards, and their remit was, don't hire the best teams, don't get the best players necessarily, get the best players you can who are fucking crazy as well. That was literally how they wanted to do it. And the guy who used to run the sponsorship was a guy called Ben Balcom, a.k.a. Benno, who was an absolute fucking header. He was a fucking mentalist. And it all stems from him. Anyway, thanks to that, that was like my first ever management job, because Ben realized he was a raging alcoholic and a crazy guy. And he brought me in, who was a bit more adult at the time, also a raging alcoholic and crazy guy, though. And we ended up having a bunch of insane journeys, of which JaFro was one of the guys. He was one of the players that played in Z-Board. Good-looking guy, big drinker, liked a fist fight. You know, was just a wild motherfucker. Yeah. So anyway, so one of the fucking maddest stories probably all revolves about a guy called Fatal, right? And this guy, he didn't he get a restraint? Because wasn't he dating one of the actresses from Harry Potter, and didn't he get a restraining order?
Yeah, Shafali something.
Yeah. So go on, fucking just tell some stories about this mad cunt, because I don't think anyone will fucking believe it. But he was like one of our star players. Like, he had the gift. He was like a really good aimer, but he just had things wrong with him as well, you know?
He was a very, very mentally unstable guy, like.
Mm.
But he was going out with one of the Shafali. What's her name? Shafali something? Shafali Chowdhury?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think that was her name.
And she had a restraining order against him because he was a fucking mad cunt, basically.
He's been diagnosed as a mad cunt, yes. And yeah, the tests came back, and the doctor said he was a mad cunt. No, but here's the thing, though. But he didn't he go inside? Didn't he go to jail because he violated the restraining order?
He fucking did. He had a girlfriend that was young. I won't say how old she was, but she was young. And he basically threatened to fucking sell some photos of her.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, he said he was going to sell some. He said he was going to sell some pictures of her because she was a celebrity to the fucking papers or something.
Yeah.
And then
I'd never seen fucking Harry Potter, mate. I'd never seen it in my fucking life.
Yeah,
and I turned up the fucking LAN, and all I could hear was this fucking girl screaming next door in the fucking room, right? And I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" And he was like, "Oh, she's on fucking Harry Potter. She's one of the fucking Shafali twins or something."
Because it's Kyle, like, you think he's just making it up, right? Because he's just fucking mental the whole time. He's like, yeah, fucking, oh yeah, just having sex with someone from Harry Potter. All right.
No, and I basically I had a girlfriend at the time, right? And I was like, "Oh, have you heard of one of them Indian twins from Harry Potter? And she was like, oh my God, yeah, she's really famous. And I was like, my mate's been shagging her in the next room, like, all weekend. I swear to fucking God, mate, you can't make it up.
No, I was like, people don't realize, like, that was like, you couldn't. When people talk about all the crazy shit that goes on in esports, you couldn't imagine the stuff that was going on in esports when we were around back in the day, because it just wouldn't. It couldn't fly now. We'd all be in prison or.
Oh yeah, we'd be fucking in jail. Like.
So right. So hang on. Let me see if I remember this right. Was the one where Kyle tried to drown himself in a bath? Was that the same time you witnessed the murder?
Where the guy got stabbed in the neck. Yeah,
in that pub across from the place.
Yes.
It was the same. It was the same event, right? Wasn't it? So just to put this in context, right? It was my first. I think it was the first event I managed, you guys, and we had a really good chance of winning an I-Series. And we stayed in some shithole hotel, wasn't it? That was across from like some pub. And the guys were out. The guys were like hanging out, looking out a window. And this fucking guy came out, and he was with one of his mates, and he was drunk. And they were both fucking like arguing and like fucking fighting or whatever. And the bloke glassed him in the neck. Right? Yeah. And then, while the guy was like bleeding out on the fucking floor, the guy was leaning over going, sorry, mate, sorry. And the guy's going, yeah, don't, it's okay, Dave. Like, and these guys were up on the fucking, these guys saw it all, right? So I get a call being told, like, we've just witnessed a fucking murder or whatever. I'm like, fuck off, guys. Like, what are you talking about? Fanatic getting banged out in groups or something. They're like, no, we just witnessed a fucking actual murder. So I peg it across to the hotel, and lo and behold, it's all cordoned off. There's all fucking police there. And and the police are going, we need witnesses now. Like, what happened? So all of these boys are being told, we've got to play in the fucking semi-final the next day, right? And all these cunts are being told, oh, by the way, you'll have to come back to Newbury because you witnessed this crime. We need your statements. Yeah. How mental was it?
Mate, honestly, you can't even fucking make it up, mate. Mm. It was fucking mad.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, I'm talking too much, just like normal. You got to tell. So Kyle had an emotional breakdown at the same event. That was when you broke into the bar and stole all the WKD blues, because after we'd all witnessed the murder, we were like, fuck it, we need a drink, man. This is like so fucked up. Drink, yeah. Bar was closed. So I remember
bar
this.
Was closed. I somehow managed to get my fucking wrist inside the fucking door, rip the fucking door off the fucking hinge.
Do you remember what you said though, right? You had this giant padlock on the door, and there was a tiny little crack that he didn't do. And I remember JaFro turned to me and goes, fucking hell, Rich, you seen this gap? They must want us to rob them blind. And then he just ripped the fucking door off the hinges to this bar.
Off the fucking hinge, mate. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Honest to God, like. Honestly, mate, the fucking stuff we used to do at LAN, right? If you fucking did it now, mate, you'd be in jail for fucking 20 years. Honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking crazy, mate.
So anyway, he gave Kyle these wicked blues, because Kyle couldn't drink real alcohol. So we had, like, the beers and that. So you go, I'll shut the fuck up now, Di. This is your time to shine. This story's unreal, right?
Yeah.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, what am I telling?
You know, when you give, because you said to Kyle, oh, you'll like these wicked blues.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you gave him all the WKDs, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And that's what put him in the bath, mate.
Standing outside the fucking door, and all I can hear is... What the fuck is that noise? It sounds like someone's drowning in the fucking... I open the fucking door, mate, and he's fucking trying to drown himself in the bath, the fucking mad cunt. Honestly, like, who the fuck tries to drown himself in the fucking bath? Fucking hell. And I fucking ripped him out of the fucking bath like an old fucking t-shirt. Right? I was like, Kyle, what the fuck are you doing, you mad cunt? I'm fucking fed up. I said, Kyle, get out the fucking bath, you mad cunt. I fucking threw him over about fucking 2 beds.
For his own good.
For his own fucking good. I was like, Kyle, you can't fucking drown yourself, mate. Life's too short.
We've got a final tomorrow. You can't even make it up, mate. Oh, fucking hell.
Fuck me, like.
Oh, he was, man. Oh, it was so mental. Like, I just don't even know. Like, it was so surreal because I think the combined, like, stress of having witnessed a murder, being questioned by police. Like a legit
The guy got
actual
stabbed
murder.
in the neck and he was like, oh, I've been stabbed. I was like, mate, calm down. And that guy was fucking trying to patch him up with a fucking plaster.
Yeah, the guy who did it. That was the guy who did it. The guy who did it was trying to fucking patch him up, going, "Oh, sorry, mate." Like,
Yeah.
I was fucking mental.
Oh my god, like you can't even fucking write it, man.
And then you gotta talk about when we went to fucking CGS, dog, and we had that fucking hotel in Birmingham, mate.
Oh, do you know, I have post-traumatic stress just thinking about it, like. It's fucking nuts, mate.
Mate, you have
who the fuck-
post-traumatic stress. I was having to fix all this shit, like, as the manager, right? You guys fucked me up so bad. Jay Atkins, the caster guy, has this story because I couldn't handle staying in the hotel room with you guys anymore, even though I didn't have to. I lived in Birmingham, didn't I? I didn't have to stay there, but I was staying with the lads to look after them. They drove me so up the fucking wall with their stupidness. Like, in the middle of the night, I just said, enough! And I stormed out, and I was so angry I didn't put my shoes on.
But, mate...
And I was walking barefoot in Birmingham, and the only other cunt I knew in the whole world in esports who happened to be in Birmingham at that time literally, like, drove past me in his mate's car and, like, went, "Are you all right, Gons?" And I went, "Yeah, fucking fine." And he went, "You do know you're walking barefoot around the streets of Birmingham." "I've had enough, Jay." You fucking
glass
cunts.
hanging out your fucking foot, like.
Oh, mate, you guys drove me up the fucking wall. There's never been a team
man.
like it. So I don't know how you dare say you got stressed, like.
Oh, fuck me, mate. Honestly, I still have fucking flashbacks now.
Mate, that fucking... Go on.
I'm
Kyle,
like-
condoms. Go on, tell the
And
full...
people are like, oh, why were you going out drinking on the day before a fucking major final? And I
Oh,
was
no.
like, we was with the fucking Sky TV fucking crew. They were like fucking buying me shots by the fucking bar, Rich.
No, I know. This was the thing.
Do you know what I mean? Like-
When people say that, oh, CGS wasn't rigged and all that, right? We went out drinking with Sky TV, with the people that were making the show. And everyone was like saying, "Oh, we should get back. We got a game tomorrow." And Sky was saying, "Oh, don't worry about it. We'll just put you up against Infused. You can beat those shitters. Just stay out and keep drinking with us. It'll be fine." And we did. They rigged the draw, didn't they? Because we weren't meant to play Infused, and then we woke up the next day with hangovers and got told we had to play Infused, right?
Mate, I swear to God, right? I couldn't fucking see straight. I could not see straight.
Well, you didn't get back in until about fucking 6.
Well, I took that girl on, didn't I? She was like half Mexican, half Indian, right? She was fucking stunning. She had a bit of a turn in her eye, like, but you can't hold that again. And I got back to the fucking room, right? And I had no condoms, and she was like, "Oh, you gotta put a condom on before you fuck me." And I was like, "What the fuck is it?" I didn't know what a condom was. I'm from fucking Wales.
What a condom.
I'm the only one who had fucking...
Jaff was
only
like
one
27 at the time, like 27 years old he was.
And I was like, I had no condoms on me, and I was like, "Boys, who's got a condom?" Because I really want to fuck this girl. She was fucking... And nobody would give me a fucking condom, mate. I was up till 5 in the morning, right? Basically, thumbing my fucking cock into her because it was like a fucking marshmallow. Oh my God. How the fuck did we get away with that shit, mate?
I don't think we did. I think we pay for it every day, honestly, mate. But yeah, that was when
And
Kyle was
Kyle-
like, because Kyle had a massive pile of condoms, didn't he?
He did, mate. And he didn't give me fucking one, the cunt.
Yeah, and he was laughing about it, like.
Yeah, like it was a fucking joke. I'm not being funny, mate, but there's not many times in my life I fucking get to take home a Mexican fucking Indian girl. And I'm just about to stick my cock in her and nobody will give me a condom. It's disgusting, Rich.
Teammates as well, man. Teammates, bud.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even give you a rubber so you could get laid. Shocking. Fucking what an
And the
arsehole.
fucking stupid cunt fucking smashes an iron against the wall, right?
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
tell you haven't told him how he gets to that stage.
Right?
You haven't told him about
And he-
fucking Big Johnny fucking Gandolfini, have
Oh
you?
my God, no. Fucking hell, mate. Honestly, I've never seen a slap like that in my fucking life.
Mate,
The
it was
guy
like
nearly
something out of
fucking took off-
wrestling, mate. It was outrageous. What a slap, like.
Jesus Christ. Honestly, I'm surprised he didn't break his fucking neck when he hit him.
I thought he had. I thought he was dead. So, for those who don't know, our arch rivals, Zedboard had a rival team called Auxilia, and they were a little bit different, right? They were, right, for Zedboard were the kind of like rock star, you know, good looking, going out partying all the time, coming third, who gives a fuck kind of team. Auxilia were more like, you know, good, honest, hard-working lads, you know, not massive personalities, used to grind, used to graft. And had like some players that were like, you know, really, really talented, but you wouldn't know about it. And just before we went to CGS, who was it who couldn't come now? Who was it?
Jack Frags, isn't it? Callisto, whatever.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Jack Frags he's called now, but he was called Callisto back then. And we were gonna have Callisto, but I think Callisto had gone across to Infused. And for whatever reason, it just wasn't working on Zedboard. So we needed a last-minute replacement. So we ended up getting fucking one of the guys, like the lead guy, basically, from our arch rivals, Auxilia. And it was fucking Big Johnny Johnston, right? Gandolfini, named after James Gandolfini from The Sopranos, because he was the same guy, you know, big fucking fat dude, really strong, really intimidating. And anyway, fucking... We got Gando. We'd never played with him because he was in our arch rivals, Auxilia, but he seemed like a good guy. But he was, but to put it into context, Gando used to work on the oil rigs, right? He was hard as fucking coffin nails, Gandolfini, right? Like, because you know he's in a job where you just lose an arm and you expected to be at work in the morning. You know, it's just how he was, hard as fucking nails, right? And Kyle was a tiny little cunt, you know. So But Gando was also a typical Scot. Like he never fucking cooked his own food. Every day he was ordering a big greasy takeaway, hammering in a 6-pack of beers, bare minimum, leaving the plates in the sink. You know, he was just a fucking. He was just a Scotsman like that. And Kyle hated all that stuff because he was like a bit of a neat freak and fucking you know, meticulous, right? So anyway, fucking. There was this one night Gando had just got back, and to be fair, what he was eating did look like a horse's knob that had been fucking battered, didn't it? It was a giant fucking spring roll. I remember it distinctly, covered in fucking curry sauce. It was. Remember, he just got it from fucking Chinese or something, like just giant 20-inch spring roll.
His ass, like.
Oh, I mean, it looked gross as fuck. I wouldn't have bet that if you fucking paid me, right? But Gando was just tucking into it, like covered in curry sauce and that. And fucking Kyle was sat there going, "You're fucking disgusting." He was just going, "You're fucking disgusting." Have you seen the state of you? Like, how dare you? He was really ripping into him the entire time. And Gandalf's just like, "It's good fucking dinner, this Kyle. You should have something like you wouldn't be a little small cunt, like, you know." He's fucking munching away at it. And anyway, fucking, what was it Kyle said that tipped him over the edge? Like, I can't remember. It was something unreal.
I can't remember.
Didn't he call him a cave-dwelling cunt or something?
He did, he
was
called
that
him
it?
a fucking cave-dwelling troll or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. He said, "You're a fucking cave-dwelling cunt," or something like that. So Gando just put down his fucking dinner, and he just reared his arm back. Like,
oh my God, I can still see it now, mate.
No, mate, because he just reared it, and he's just come across Kyle's chops. Like, boom! Full. God. Oh, mate.
How he didn't break his fucking neck, I don't know.
No, honestly, because Gando must have been about 300 pounds. Must have been
pushing 300 pounds, mate.
Yeah,
and
easy.
He fucking hit him with every fucking pound of.
Oh, mate. And the thing was, like, you know that scene in Lord of the Rings? You know that scene in Lord of the Rings where the big orc takes the little orc in Saruman and he puts the white hand on his face like that and it just stays afterwards? It was just like that, it was. He's got fucking boom! And he had this fucking handprint. He had this fucking handprint. It was there the next day, mate. It was unreal, like.
He walked home, didn't he, from the fucking home? He walked to the mega sector with no fucking shoes and socks on.
Yeah, he did another one. He had another shoeless fucking outburst. So what happened was, keep in mind as well, this is the day before the televised fucking finals. This is the day before our big game to find out whether we're going to be going to London, all of this stuff.
30 grand a year, like.
Yeah, and getting salaries and becoming like big superstars.
Yeah.
And Kyle, as he's leaving, gets up. He gets the iron off the ironing board in the hotel. And that was when he screamed, "I am Iron Man!" And he pushed the iron through the fucking hotel wall. So I'm now left with that to fucking fix. Like, we had a fucking, oh God, the apartment was so expensive. Yeah. So we had that problem to deal with. And then fucking, like, anyway, Kyle's running away, and I'm going to Gandalf. Gandalf, what the fuck have you done that for? And he was going, "Oh, sorry, Rich. Like, he just fucking pushed my buttons, didn't he? It's been all day. You know, he's a little wind-up." And I'm going, "Yeah, Gandalf, why didn't you just walk away, mate? You can't just fucking slap your teammates before a big game." And he's like, Yep, you're right. You're the gaffer. You're right. So we tried to find Kyle, and we couldn't find him. What he did was, rather than just go home, get on a bus, for maximum fucking drama, the little bastard, he went and sat outside of Amiga Sector's entrance, the LAN centre we were having the tournament in. And when everyone came in for the morning, Kyle was just there with a red face and tears down his fucking eyes. And the first person who saw him after the drama was fucking Red Eye.
Yeah.
And mate, it was unreal. Red Eye convinced him to fucking stay.
You can't, honestly, mate. You can't even make it up.
Nah, man. So
fuck me.
So that was just fucking bonkers that entire time.
Do you know the fucking worst thing was, mate? He smashes the fucking wall with an iron, and then he tries to fucking fill the fucking hole with toothpaste. Yep. Who the fuck fills a fucking hole with toothpaste like it's filler?
Yep, that was when he came back. He came back and we were getting ready to go down to London because somehow we ended up going anyway. I can't even remember how the fuck that happened. But he came back. And, okay, you know how big the average iron is? Like that. And he was like, I was like going, "Look, Kyle, we're going to have to fix this somehow." And he was going, "Oh, yeah, don't worry, Rich, I've got this covered." And he was like, he took a tube of toothpaste and he was like dabbing toothpaste and trying to build like a layer of, but the hole was this big, like.
I know. But do you know the worst thing? It looked all right, like, to be fair. It looked
by the end, he actually fucking was onto something. Like.
All right, like.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I still think we lost the deposit, like, but we just didn't lose it for a hole in a wall. We just lost it for blood up the walls. I think.
Do you remember them guys in Barracuda? Remember them?
I remember you getting in a fucking fight with what felt like all of Birmingham. I remember that. Yeah. I remember thinking, is this how it ends? Because I only came to the back end of it. Like, I just saw you getting surrounded by about 30 people, and I'm like, you know what, mate? Not how I wanted to die, but I'm his manager, lads. What's going on? Yeah, fuck me, dude.
On fucking Tills' G-Star jeans. Remember I walked that girl home?
Yeah.
Walked her back to the taxi rank, got back to the taxi rank.
Yeah.
A couple of fucking smart cunts in the fucking in the rank, fucking kicking off, fucking throwing their weight about. I'm not fucking having none of that, babe. fucking fighting like fucking the taxi rank. Honest to God, mate, it was like a scene from fucking it was like a fucking horror film. There was fucking blood everywhere. She'd never seen anything like it.
No, mate, that was a bad one. You want to know what was really bad about that though as well? Like, I remember you coming back thinking you'd been all fucking smart about it, and you were going, listen, Rich, I'll just get rid of the fucking jeans, get rid of the evidence, not a big deal, just a fight, mate. No one's even fucking seen anything. There was spies everywhere from CGS, right? And it had gone back to head office. I remember getting told by even the other GMs, like, your lads were out fighting last night. I was like, fuck, JaFro! JaFro!
Oh, mate, honestly.
Snitches everywhere, mate.
It was like a scene from the fucking Hills Have Eyes, mate.
I had one of them down in fucking... can't even remember where it was now, but I was out drinking in some, them like shitty barns in Wales that pretend to be bars.
Yeah.
It was called the Quarry. It was, like this one of these guys I used to have fights with when I was at uni. We never got along. we like made up like 8 years later. We were having a fucking drink, and I said to him like, forget all that noise, just bantering. And then he'd pissed off some local family, like. And I swear to God, they came up, and there was about 40 of them. It was like clowns when they get out of a car. 40 of the cunts coming out the back of this van, and the security guards going, "You can't come in if there's going to be trouble." And they're going, "The fucking trouble will be fucking here, mate. We'll fucking knock you out as well then, and then we'll just come in anyway. So what the fuck you talking about, Bert?" So they just let this fucking family in. And they were like, "Oh, we just want Paul. We do. We're just gonna. Is he fucking here?" And I'm going, like, "I tell you what, mate. To make up for all the times we knocked some clumps out of each other, do you want to have a square go with these fucking 40 fucking woolly back bastards? Do you want to have a bash?" I go, "Mate, I got fucking literally lifted off my feet by this guy. You look like the fucking cave troll. Like, I swear down, full cave troll couldn't actually hit me so flush with an uppercut. He lifted me out of my shoes like a fucking cartoon, mate." They said on the CCTV they were buckled.
Yeah.
Like they'd never seen an uppercut land so flush. Like, fair play to him.
Never seen a guy fly before, like.
Oh, mate, this was like 40 on 2. It was unreal. But I got a couple of digs in on the small ones. But once the fucking cave troll came in, and he could smell where I was. He was just on a collision course just to fucking wreck me.
Fuck me, like, honestly, these land stories, mate. You'd fucking never get away with this shit anymore.
I don't. It's kind of weird though, isn't it? Because it's like, I never felt like we were ever in trouble. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
We were young, mate. Honestly, we were young.
You might have been. I mean, fuck. I'm like, how old are you now?
34.
Right, so I'm like 3 years older than you. So.
Fuck me. You've had a hard life, mate.
Mate, my paper round was a fucking nightmare, son.
Beirut paper round.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but like fucking. It's just weird. It's like, I was worried about what people were gonna say on forums because we didn't have Twitter in that back then.
The thing is, mate, these like guys you got in your chat now and like the people who follow you, they don't remember what it used to be like. Like,
nah,
I remember
it's not even a case that they don't remember. They never know. They never knew.
Like, you turned up to your first fucking LAN series and you were like just some fucking ball cunt walking around, like didn't know where it was going.
I really didn't know. That's what I keep saying, mate. I didn't know. I got thrown into it, mate.
Yeah.
It was like, they said, "Oh, do you want to come?" Like, I can't remember how the fuck I ended up at the first one. I'd been writing about it for a magazine. I was meant to be doing an article on Counter-Strike Source. And I was like, okay, you know what I mean? I'll give it a bash. And then I met people. And then they started talking about, like, LANs and I-Series in particular. And I think it was, like, I-27 or... can't remember what my fucking first one was now. But yeah, when I got there, I was just like, what is this? Because it was just it was a race course.
A giant egg.
Yeah, a giant egg. It was a race course just filled with fucking weirdos and creeps.
Yeah, it was like.
Yeah.
It was fucking mad, mate, honestly. 140 fucking teams used to go to them.
Yeah, we used to have, what was it, 144 on a bracket or something dumb like that.
Fucking crazy, mate.
And everybody knew everyone else. It was like it was a really kind of like daunting scene to get into to begin with. But what was different then to how it is now? I kind of felt like first of all, I think people were older generally. I want to say.
Yeah.
I think everyone was kind of. You did have some kids there, but generally all of the teams had at least like 125-year-old, someone like that on. But then also as well, I think like a lot of them were just like working class guys. They weren't rich kids back then. No. Everyone had a job. Everyone was, everyone took holiday.
It was like an event. Like it was like you had 140 fucking teams going, and it was like everybody knew each other. It was more like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being an old cunt now.
No, I'm being an old cunt. I mean, like I say, I've got to tell the fucking definitive story about fucking Zedboard one day. Because I wrote the history down. I did.
I know, I fucking read it, you can't.
Yeah. No, but I mean, even some of the stuff we left out of the finished article, I've still got it. Yeah. Do you remember when, do you remember when Ben, so what happened was, I think after we wrapped season 1 in Birmingham and we were all heading down to London, or it might have been after, I can't remember. But anyway, I remember being in a hotel lobby drinking, and Red Eye had just told us, like, and this is like one of the tragedies because obviously CGS went bust. But I remember him saying, like, well, Richard, great news. I'm gonna be the vice president of operations here at CGS, right? And I went, fucking hell, Paul, that's fucking brilliant. That is, mate. Well done. And he went, yeah, it was a big decision. I turned down, actually. I turned down, because this is when David Beckham was playing for LA Galaxy.
Yeah.
And he said, I turned down the chance to be a football commentator for David Beckham's games on American TV because I just believe in this so much and I think it's going to be big. And I was like, oh my God, that's fucking awesome. And then, of course, we all know how that fucking story ended. But that was the night when fucking Ben was fucking wrecked. Wasn't he, in the lobby, and he was talking to all the executives and everything.
I swear to God, mate, he's got a fucking bolt missing. The guy pulled a fucking knife out of me in Starbucks.
He did
we
do that.
took these two fucking girls home, right, to the hotel room, and he was like, do you know what? I'm going to pull a fucking knife out. And he pulls a fucking pen knife out. And
he did.
And I'm like, Ben, what the fuck are you doing, mate? And I'm like, I'm not just going to fucking back down, Rich. I fucking tried to take the knife off the cunt.
No.
So these girls are like, these guys are like fighting for their fucking lives.
Weren't you naked, though?
We was in our pants, yeah. We were naked.
Yeah.
And these girls are like, what the fuck have we walked into? And Gomez, you know what he's like? He's a paranoid cunt, and he was like, boys, stop fighting. And I was like, Gomez, he's pulled a fucking knife out of me. I'm going to fucking take a knife off the cunt. Oh, mate, honestly. Fucking crazy.
No, but that was the night when, you see, I don't know if you remember, but Ben was like talking, I think it was to Red Eye, and he was going, yeah, listen though, but Zedboard, right, we can be in all the shows, and yeah, we should just get in, because we're like the most entertaining, like, think about the content. And he was like coming out with all these like stupid ideas, and you just went, Ben, you have breath like a pig's arsehole right now. And you're blowing in fucking Red Eye's face. What the fuck is wrong with you, you fucking pisshead cunt? You just fucking... Because he did, man. He did fucking smoking and drinking all day. You just absolutely fucking wrecked him. And that was when you went up to bed. And fucking you were lying in bed trying to sleep. And he was so wrecked. He came in. And this was Ben, right? He was coming in. He was going like turning all the lights on and off. And Di's like lying there like this, and he can just in bed like tripping over things, lights on and off, click, 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 and you go, fucking Ben! I'm trying to fucking sleep! Fucking snaps at him like that, and then Ben just started crying immediately. I thought we were friends.
Rich.
I thought we were friends, Di.
Do you know what the thing with Ben, right, is I honestly, I got a lot of time for him.
Yeah, he's a legend. Like, I love him.
He comes to the fucking CGS land, right, with his girlfriend, and this fucking girl, mate, she was fucking stunning. As soon as I fucking laid eyes on her, I was like, Ben, I'm going to fuck that girl. I swear to God, I'm going to fuck that girl. I took her home, right? Honestly, we only went out for about 2 hours. I took her back to the hotel room, and he comes in the fucking next thing. Jeff! I was like, Ben, I'm in here with a girl, mate. And he was like, Jeff, I just want to come in and talk to you. I was like, Ben, fuck off. Anyway, I fucking let him in, right? And then he was like sitting on the end of my fucking bed, right? And I was like, Ben, just fuck off with your girlfriend. Just go in the next fucking room. And he was like, no, Jeff, I just want to talk to you. I was like, Ben, fuck off, you can't. I want to fuck your mate. He's a fucking Royal Marine now, Reg.
He's out now, isn't he? Did he come out? I know he went in. Didn't he come out? Military sorted him out, by the way. I talked to him recently. Well, not recently, like last year or something. He's like, he's not a fuck up anymore. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people need a bit of that, bit of discipline. You know what I mean?
Oh, mate, he needed it. Like, crying on the end of my bed, like, Joff, don't raise your voice to me, Ben. I want to fuck your missus's mate. Fuck off, you cunt.
He was a perma cock block, like, fucking hell. I can't even tell the story. I always want to tell, like,
which one?
You know, when we had that player called Blackie stand in for us.
Oh.
You can't even tell it, can you?
I can fucking tell it, mate.
Nah, I don't know. Like, it's a bit near the knuckle. I think maybe I don't know.
It is a bit like the problem was, Rich, is the guy's name was Blackie.
Yeah.
So he's already set himself up for a fucking. So when I walk into a fucking nightclub and I go in the nightclub and I go Blackie,
It was bad.
And every fucking black guy in the fucking pub turns round to me and looks at me and goes, "You what? You fucking cheeky Welsh cunt."
Yeah, no, that was a bad one. So yeah, what happened was we had this stand-in player called Blackie. I can't remember his fucking real name, but what happened was one of the players we wanted to use, a guy called RS who used to play for Fragmasters. We couldn't use him for the Starbites tournament. I think it was just as simple as like he either didn't want to travel to that event because he couldn't get time off work, or he wasn't good enough, or whatever. And there was a X1.6 player in the UK called Blackie, right? So we fucking went and brought him in to the team, and like the lads didn't know him all that well, but it was your pick. Like I think you vouched for him. You knew him the best, right?
Yeah, he was a good player.
Yeah. So then they go to this fucking nightclub, and anyway, fucking, it's after the event or whatever, and like we've lost him. We don't know where he is. JaFro goes into the fucking toilet, and he's going, Blackie, where are you, Blackie? Like you can fucking imagine, can't you? Like. Because he just wasn't fucking thinking about it, because he's been in a fucking LAN 24/7. So we finally get out into fucking the civilized world with real people and real adults. And,
oh my god, mate, honestly.
Yeah, you very quickly realised what you were doing.
Fucking pounding me, mate.
Oh, I believe it. Good.
I was getting fucking thrown about like an old t-shirt.
Oh, I believe it, man. Who were them kids that you chased after? The ones who shoplifted?
Oh, me and Rich.
Yeah, wasn't that like you wanted they shoplifted from like a tuck shop in the land centre or something? You chased them down Southampton High Street or whatever.
Yeah, some fucking kid was like grabbed a fucking bag of Haribos or something like, and Rich was like, "I'm fucking not having this." He fucking starts chasing a cunt down the fucking street like.
Why are you trying to make a citizen's arrest over a bag of Haribo?
Fucking pinning the cunt up against the wall, like, "I'm fucking performing a citizen's arrest on you, you cunt."
Oh, mate. Again, just in the middle of the tournament. Didn't we all get flea bites off Starbites as well?
Mate, I was in fucking... Do you remember Moggs?
Oh, yeah, I do. Mate, I remember... Wasn't he in that house that only had 3 walls?
Fucking 3 walls? I fucking was fucking fearing for my life, mate. I had a fucking knife under my pillow. It was like a fucking bread knife or something.
No, you remember though? He said, "Oh, you can stay at mine," and it was like some fucking demolished house. Like,
stay at mine? Yeah. Fuck me, mate. I felt like I was in fucking Beirut.
Yeah, it was bad, like. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You would stay at my house, and it was honestly, guys, it looked like it was about to be demolished, and it had like the back wall was missing. It just didn't have a wall. Like you could just walk in. It just didn't have a wall. It had 3 walls. It had the front wall, the side walls, but no back wall. It just had no back wall.
He goes, "Listen, Jaff, you can have the spare room." I was like, "Oh, nice of Chris, top man." He goes, "But the thing is, Jaff, I might have got people after me." I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, basically, I got these guys after me from Southampton, like, and the drug dealers." And I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, Chris."
Yep. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him and his brother, mate. What was it, Moggs and Boggs or something, wasn't it?
Fasty.
Oh yeah, Fasty, that was it.
Fasty.
Didn't he used to play with? Didn't he used to play with? Oh no, that was Speed and Slow, wasn't it? Speed and his brother called Slow. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
The great brother partnership of TSM. Not TSM. Team Cooler Master. Fucking hell, it was way before TSM. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
Mate, honestly, what a fucking absolute nightmare. What a nightmare time. But like I say, we'll have to fucking get all the boys together. I'd love to do like a Z-board reunion stream, like.
Fuck me.
Except Kyle, like he must be in prison. Like he must be in prison still. Like. Is he actually out?
Mate, he got fucking. He was actually in jail because
that's
he
what
was
I'm
fucking.
saying. Is he out?
I don't know, mate.
I think he messaged me on Facebook, like during like he was allowed 5 minutes on a computer, like supervised. And I think I swear this is true. I think like when he was inside, he said like because of the nature of the crime, he wasn't allowed around computers anymore. But he was if he was supervised by like a prison officer or whatever. I got like some mad DM on Facebook, like saying, "How have you been, Richard? It's Kyle." I was like, "Aren't you in jail?" Yeah. So he messaged me out of the blue saying, Miss Zedboard and all that. Wasn't it a good laugh? Definitely not, Kyle. Definitely not. Was a fucking nightmare.
Jesus, honestly, I'll never forget the fucking screams. I'll never forget the screams.
That's the tagline for the book, Zedboard. I'll never forget the screams.
And like the thing is, Rich, right? Like it was a big fucking deal, mate. It was like it was 30 fucking grand a year, mate. I was 19 for fuck's sake. And he was like, I'm not fucking going anywhere till I've had a pot noodle and I've gelled my hair. I was like, Kyle, for fuck's sake, man.
Yeah, we were late. We were late because they used to do these things where how it worked was the GMs at the Combine could basically say, you're playing a game on this day at this time. And they could make you play as many games as they wanted, call you to play anyone under any circumstances. They could throw in any handicap. And it was in your contract that for the purposes of the TV show and the broadcast, you sort of had to go along with it. So we got called. I think we had to play fucking Dignitas again or something. I can't remember. Yeah. But it was a big deal. And Kyle was fucking just in the kitchen. And we're like, everyone else was ready to go. We got all our kit. And we're like, come on, Kyle. And he was just going, I'm not going anywhere until I've had a pot noodle and gelled my hair. And we're like, Kyle, like, the whole thing hinges on this, mate.
Yeah.
Whole thing, all our careers, all our lives. Yeah. I want a pot noodle and I'm gelling my hair.
Fuck me, mate, honestly. You can't even make it up.
No.
Remember they took us fucking paintballing?
I vaguely remember that.
Laser fucking paintball or whatever.
Oh, laser tag. Yeah, no, I do remember the laser tag. Like, Kyle was getting a little bit. Kyle was getting a little bit too into it, wasn't he? He was like throwing himself around behind cover and that, going, "I could be in the army, me." Remember him?
Fucking forward rolls around.
Yeah, honestly, like he was doing all that shit. I could be in the army. I could do this. Doing fucking laser paintball. He was. Yeah, man.